This is TOS Television, your digital first Pan-African news network. I am Abigail Ukmade, and this is Africa Now. 21 more suspects, including high-ranking 12 military personnel, have been arrested by Madagascar authorities in connection with a failed attempt last month to kill the country's president and topple the government, says the senior prosecutor. The former French colony has a long history of political violence since gaining independence from France in 1960. President Andry Rajoelina first seized power in the island nation of 26 million in a March 2009 coup, ousting Marc Ravalomanana. 6 people, one of them a French citizen, were arrested last month on suspicion of involvement in the plot. According to the Egyptian Armed Forces, on Sunday, 8 of its soldiers have been killed in anti-terrorism operations in northern Sinai by suspected militants. Attack by Islamic militants began spreading in northern Sinai after the military overthrew President Mohamed Morsi of the Muslim Brotherhood in 2013. Air forces, in coordination with border guards, also attacked and destroyed 200 vehicles, some of them loaded with arms and ammunition, while trying to penetrate the western and southern borders of the country, the statement says. Now to politics. Zambia's President Edgar Lungu on Sunday deployed the military to curb political violence ahead of elections on August 12, amid criticism by the opposition and other groups. The president, in deploying the army, says that there have been incidents of violence by ruling party and opposition supporters across the country in the run-up to the vote. He cites the killing of 2 political party supporters in the capital on Friday by attackers suspected to be members of the main opposition party, according to the police. The electoral body says it is investigating the incidents and will take action against those found responsible. The meeting of Tunisia's biggest party, the moderate Islamist Ennahda Highest Council, was postponed shortly before commencement on Saturday by the party head after senior members called for his resignation over his handling of the political crisis in the country. Rached, who is also parliament speaker, has played a critical role in Tunisia's democratic crisis this week after quickly accusing President Kais Saied of a coup when he ousted the country's prime minister, freezed parliament operations, and sacked other ministers, including the country's prosecutor. The moves have caused the biggest crisis in Tunisia's politics since the 2011 revolution that introduced democracy. On the growing migration crisis, 2 humanitarian rescue ships rescued 394 migrants from a dangerously overcrowded wooden boat in the Mediterranean overnight on Sunday in an operation lasting about 6 hours. The German and French NGO ships Sea-Watch 3 and Ocean Viking rescued the migrants in Tunisian waters, 68 kilometers from the North African coast, near oil facilities and other ships. The migrants were mainly men from Morocco, Bangladesh, Egypt, and Syria. This is your digital first Pan-African news network, TOS Television. You are watching Africa Now. We move to business after the break. Just stay tuned.
You won't go shake your body. Instead they make it calm down. It a fun say it's happy. You want to grow 6 packs in a day. I beg you know you pass me your power. You want to show yourself
Whatever your size, find it with the new Airtel data plans. Dial *141# now to get the plan that suits you. Airtel, the smartphone network.
Welcome back in business. Despite calls to halt the disbursement of funds to Cameroon over misuse of funds, the International Monetary Fund has approved a 3-year financing agreement worth nearly $700 million for the West African central nation. According to the IMF Executive Board, $689.5 million was approved under the Extended Credit Facility and the Extended Fund Facility with an immediate disbursement of about $177.2 million as budget support. The aid is to help the country recover from effects of the COVID-19 pandemic and pursue reforms. In the wake of opposition from Chinese lenders that recently froze disbursements to local projects, Kenya has withdrawn its request for China to extend debt repayment holiday to December. The Treasury says that Kenya has decided not to seek an extension of the debt relief beyond June, adding that the country is fully paying Exim Bank of China, which funded the construction of the standard gauge railway. The World Bank has estimated that Kenya could save between 59.9 billion shillings from China between January and June under the DSSI deal in principal and interest payment freeze. Still in business, weighed down by tighter coronavirus lockdown restrictions and civil unrest in some parts of South Africa, manufacturing activity in the country shrunk at its fastest rate in 14 months in July, a survey shows on Monday. ABSA Purchasing Managers Index, a gauge of factory sentiment in Africa's most industrialized economy, fell to 43.5 points in July from 57.4 points in June, dropping below the 50-point mark that separates expansion from contraction. The July PMI reading was the lowest since May 2020, says ABSA in a statement. And away from business, agriculturalists from private and public sectors in Kenya have identified cassava as a crop that can boost Kenya's food production as the staple crop face climatic challenges. Anne Inyaga, the Chief Administrative Secretary with the Ministry of Agriculture, says Kenya is taking bold measures to entrench production of cassava as a way to boost food security. According to her, the crop can be grown in arid and semi-arid areas as well as in arable lands with little rain. And in sport, Namibian sprinter Christine Mboma has broken twice Alison's Felix under-20 world and Olympic record to reach Tuesday's final of the women's 200 meters on day 10 of the Tokyo Olympics. Nigeria's Blessing beat Mongolia in the semi-finals of women's 68 kg freestyle event to secure at least a silver medal, the first for Nigeria at the Tokyo Games. She will face Tamia Mariana Stock-Menash in Tuesday to decide who wins gold. It will also be Nigeria's first ever Olympic wrestling medal. And that is Africa Now. For more updates, visit our website at www.tostvnetwork.com. Follow us and like our social media handles on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. And remember to subscribe on YouTube. To stay with us and enjoy more programs on TOS Television Network. I am Abigail Ukwade. Many thanks for watching.